Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide with trusted information for you to use to make decisions. Today, I want to look at Andrew Holness' perceived corruption. And you are seeing on your screen as we speak the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness. But I want to take something to persons' knowledge, awareness, and consciousness that a number of you are not thinking about. And the issue is perceived corruption. The issue of what is perception and whether perception can stand up in court is something that has been debated, continues to be debated, and there is no truth in the sense of absolute, objective, realistic truth to the issue of perception. We can always surmise, construct, and create a social construction around what we think perception is and try to justify that perception may reflect reality. But what we do know, it cannot stand up in court, or will never stand up in court, is your perception being a truth in its absolute sense that does not change. When a report is tabled or an allegation is made that Mr. Holness is a part of some impropriety or a part of some issue, that is in of itself a matter that we can actually discuss. Which is not what I'm discussing here. I'm discussing here when you perceived Mr. Holness to have actually been in corruption is another matter, because sometimes what you're doing is stretching your thoughts that snippet of information justifies the issue of corruption when it may not necessarily justify corruption. So what is going on now with Mr. Holness is quite a lot of constructions, perception, and innuendos, as well as personal beliefs or perspective as to whether Mr. Holness is a corrupt individual or not. And then the public truth is another matter, as a whole, the public actually perceived what is really happening. But the matter that I want you to really zero on is perception. How can you establish any absolute realistic truth within the perspective of the science of realism that Mr. Holness is a part of corruption, is being a party to corruption, and establish that as a truth that can have him expelled from the party, removed from being a prime minister, or actually go as far as to be imprisoned? Can we establish those issues from what the public is perceiving or what we perceive to be the case? No. Unless we can establish a objective fact or an absolute truth that Mr. Holness is involved or has been involved or was involved in corruption, it is going to be a matter that all we're going to do is to debate this, and debate this in the public space. And this public space, though, can be used to destroy Mr. Holness, because the public can perceive a particular matter, a particular phenomenon, a particular issue, and therefore leave away that Mr. Holness is corrupt, and by extension the JLP is corrupt, and maybe don't start to vote for them. But it may not be a truth. It might just be perception based on what comes out and the innuendos which are created as a result of that snippet of information that the public was given, without the public being given the full document to examine it and objectively analyze issues within the document. It is difficult for the public to say, okay, then Mr. Holness is corrupt. Because all we are doing, we are going off a perceptual issue within the context of what we are told, not a document that we can read to establish any truth. So right here, a number of persons are going off, or those PMP's National Party, they are anxious, ecstatic, and proud, and will use this as an indicator that yes, Mr. Holness is corrupt. But is he? You are using a snippet of a thought, a snippet of a construct in an entire document that might be 50 pages or over 100 pages or over 60 pages to say Mr. Holness is corrupt when you are not given the facts. You are not given the truth. So what you are going off an impression or an highlight created by the media to let you perceive Mr. Holness to be corrupt. And I want person to understand and appreciate what is it I'm saying. There is a remarkable difference between perception and reality, perception and fact, perception and truth, and truth within the context of absolute truth that can be established as a fact. We need to understand clearly. Let us not be led astray by mere headline and use a headline to determine people's guilt. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide trusted information to you for you to use to make a decision. What do you say about my perspective? And may I have yours? Share this video with a friend, share it with a friend, share with another friend, until we can sort of get this discussion into be a robust thing. What do you think?